But I kept the ice cream van. I had several, but I kept the one we ended up using. It was only a year old at that point because it was so suitable. I mean, the only thing really wrong with it was it had windows all round, but it was clear, it was emptied out. There was no equipment in it. And it was just a big square box that you could stand up in. So it was absolutely ideal. So we used that. We thought that it would do us for a year, but it did us for 2 or 3 years. And it was wonderful. We travelled to every county in Britain and as far abroad as Amsterdam on one occasion.
We inherited a roadie and he took out a loan for £400 and bought a Bedford panel van.
Used to be green, but I repainted it silver.
Which was a kind of a, I don't know, Falklands green sort of colour. I mean, it just looked as though it had just come back from battle.
Nobody wanted to hear us. Now, that was a major dilemma, and it kind of made everything else totally unimportant, like what vehicle we travelled in was of no interest.
It was excellent transport. It was always breaking down. The fuel tank, I think, sprung a leak kind of thing, so you couldn't fill it all the way to the top. And so we used to put petrol in £1 at a time, which meant that you ran out of petrol quite a lot.
One strange place, and that was Kent. Whenever we went into the county of Kent, the van misbehaved. It would kind of run erratically. There was one occasion where we're coming out after a gig and we managed to get it going and it was stopping and splattering and coughing until we got an inch over the border in East Sussex, I would think it was, and immediately it sprung to life and kept going. Bizarre, and that happened every time we went to Kent. It's extraordinary.
We managed to drive it, or at least one of our roadies, Grant managed to drive it into Malcolm Owen's car of the ruts.
I never let them drive it except a couple of very rare occasions. One occasion, that resulted in a hole in the roof of the van where he drove into a tree.
That was the tricky thing, you see, with the flare wheel arches. It wasn't the same size at the back as it was at the front. So our poor beleaguered roadie backed it back, thinking it was the same size at the front. And bang, wham, that was it.
If we didn't have that van at that time, there would be no gigs, you know, it was simple as that.
We had it for, I think, about 6 months, and that got us then onto a tour bus.
Certainly the ice cream van was used for ice cream, and in the end it went back there. I sold it to an ice cream business.